ايه الزمارة دي؟ ازيكم عاملين ايه؟ النهاردة انا نزلت مشوار وقلت اخدكم معايا. How is everybody? Today I had to go run an errand, so I decided to take you with me. I'm actually on my way back home. So the errand is done. I finished what I was doing, and now I'm going back home. By the way, this is Al-Ma'adi. If you know Al-Ma'adi, I think all foreigners live here in this area. Yeah. If just you're walking down the streets, you will see many random foreigners just walking in Al-Ma'adi. It's a nice area, but it's surrounded by some not really nice areas. So. Yeah. Okay, so دلوقتي الدنيا زحمة. Now it's crowded. You see, I said الدنيا, which means the world. So in English, when you say it is crowded, what do you mean by it? What does it refer to? For us, we say الدنيا, the world. Okay, like when we say الدنيا بتمطر, the world is raining. So this it that we say in English is الدنيا for us, because we don't have it. We have he or she, no it. So even if I'm speaking about the table, which is feminine, ترابيزة, and I want to say it is nice, I would say she is nice in Arabic. Yes, it does sound weird. This is how Arabic works. So now I need to take the right lane because I'm gonna have to go up that ramp, and it's really difficult to do that here. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the road so you can see how people are supposed to operate in Egyptian roads. You just do it. You summon up the courage and you do it. Yeah, there. Yep. Now we're gonna do a 360. Did you see that hole in the road? You always have to be careful with those holes because you might break your wheels or something if you fall into one of those. And the word for hole is حفرة. حفرة. There's a hole in the road. في حفرة في الطريق. في حفرة في الطريق. Now this is the ring road, the famous highway in Egypt. It kind of goes all around Cairo. Hence the ring road. We say الطريق الدائري, and this means the road, the circular. So ring road. الطريق الدائري. Yes. I've seen many accidents on this road. Thankfully, I wasn't in one of them. Now, as you can see, we don't have lanes. There's no white lanes on the road, so it's kind of all one big salad, one big mess. You can see people going left and right, just like you see in front of you on the right side. This guy going to the right. People going everywhere. So you really have nothing to guide you. The cars around you are guiding you to just stay away from them. Yep. What is this big car called? We call it Arabiyyat. Arabiyya means car, by the way, and it also means Arabian, right? Anyway, Arabiyyat Naql. Arabiyyat Naql. Naql means like transportation or moving something. So Arabiyyat Naql. It's a car that moves stuff. Looks like there's some construction happening here. Maybe they're making the road wider or something. That's good. Great. Yalla. So now the ring road is really moving. Right now, دلوقتي الساعة 1:11. I just said the time. What did I say? What time it was? Tell me in the comments. دلوقتي أنا ماشي على سرعة 80 كيلو. I just said the speed that I'm going on. So tell me in the comments what time I said and what speed I said. And by the way, in Arabic or in Egypt, we say kilometers, we don't use miles. So a 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. So if you're doing 100 miles, that means you're doing 160 kilometers. And we don't say kilometer, we say kilometer. Yes. And in a motorcycle, we say motorcycle. How can I say the road is wide or spacious? We say الطريق. طريق means road, like الطريق الدائري. And spacious is واسع. And I use the masculine adjective because الطريق is masculine, there is no تاء مربوطة. Or I can just say الشارع, which is the street. We can call this street also. شارع واسع. And it's also masculine. No تاء مربوطة. And what do I mean by تاء مربوطة? It's the circle at the end with 2 dots above. Yes. And as you can see, the sun is right above our heads. It's actually perpendicular, I think now. And for this, we say الشمس طلع, which means the sun is up in the sky. We can say الشمس حامية, which literally means the sun is kind of sharp or spicy. And if you've been to Egypt, you know what I mean when I say the sun is sharp. You can actually feel the sun digging through your skin. Or like when, it's like someone's leaning on your back, you know. You just feel the weight of the sun, the weight. If you're from England, where I grew up, where we didn't see much sun, then you're gonna really feel that weight of the sun on you. But in the States, no, you have some bad sun. I lived in Alabama and Texas for a bit, and it was so hot. So that's why I see some foreigners sometimes tanning on the Red Sea when it's super hot, and I don't understand why they're doing that. Hey, someone used his signals. It's good. Sometimes they don't. Most of the time they don't. Oh, that's a big truck. عربية نقل كبيرة. Also, if you're driving in Egypt and you're on the most left or right, make sure you kind of stay away from those obstacles, because you might find the odd brick right next to it, and you might actually run over that, and you don't want to do that, especially on those roads. So I'm gonna have to go a bit to the right now. Let's do the lights, indicators. And I don't know if you can see, but to my right here we have the Nile. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm not gonna turn the camera because I'm gonna need both arms to drive. Yeah, but on my right is the Nile. I'm actually driving right above the Nile now, which is nice. And then I'm gonna have to take the next exit. We say al-makhraj or al-nazla. So makhraj is the exit, and al-nazla is the thing that takes you down. It sounds like the word nazil. So nazla il-gayya, which means the coming down. The coming, yeah, down. If down is a noun, you can say that. Yeah. And when I take this exit, I'm gonna go to a street called al-Bahr al-A'zam, which is like saying the greater sea street. Al-Bahr means the sea, and al-A'zam is the greatest, or the greatest. So this is al-Bahr al-A'zam street, or this is Nazlat al-Bahr al-A'zam, the down of al-Bahr al-A'zam. And I'm just translating literally, of course. It doesn't mean the down, it's like the exit, but it comes from the word going down somewhere, down the stairs, down the exit. And now this is al-Bahr al-A'zam. I made my passport in this street. How long does it take to make a passport in your country? In my country, in Egypt, it takes 3 days. You go, you apply, 2 or 3 days, you take your passport. Yeah, أكتر. Okay. How long does it take your country to make you a passport? Yeah, our paperwork sucks, but in some certain things, it's quite faster than other countries. Like, for example, getting a birth certificate, getting any certificate, like those marriage certificates, family certificates. We can just go and print those in a second. Of course, if it's not crowded, but anything else, it's gonna take a while. Now that is a big truck. And do you see the guy selling watermelon? You see him? I don't think they can. How do you say watermelon? Batikh. I actually mentioned batikh in my video about fruits and how we use fruits to describe people. I'm gonna put the link in the video. You can see it on the top right here or in the description. And in this video, I talk about how we use. There's some batikh. You can see. He's actually saying hello. I think he thought I was gonna buy something. Yeah. So in my video about fruits, I describe how we use fruits to describe people. We actually use fruits to say, for example, someone doesn't know anything, something is just random. Like, for example, in the batikha, which means you're a watermelon, and this means you don't know anything about anything. It's something funny you can say to your friends, but don't say that to someone you don't know, because they might be insulted about it. Yeah. Don't say anything bad to anybody you don't know. Yeah. Only say bad things to your friends. Because they will take it and laugh about it, but with someone you don't know, don't. There. One nice road bump. Ooh. Good. So, what was the name of this street? If you still remember, put it down in the comments. It's gonna be one big comment answering all those questions. Sometimes you meet the occasional hole in the road. You have to be careful not to drive over them, because you might break something. So don't drive too fast in Egypt. Because something like this might happen. The camera just keeps moving. That's how smooth the roads are. طريق ناعم. ناعم means smooth. ناعم. الطريق ناعم. Am I gonna add subtitles to this? I don't think so. Just gonna have to use your ears. Road bump. مكتبة البحر الأعظم. Now this is the library of البحر الأعظم. No, I answered the question that I just asked you. Name of the street. Bim, bim. You hear that? Bim, 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 bim. We use the horn too much. Sometimes we think it's a musical instrument, so we like to make some tunes. If you've ever witnessed like some people like a wedding, some people going to a wedding or coming from a wedding or something like that, they always do this. They do this tune with their horns. It's like. Have you ever heard that before? Have you ever been to Egypt? This means that someone is getting married. Yes. There. Just gave you some culture here. Beep, 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 beep. You hear this? Someone's getting married. And if you can, avoid driving behind them because they sometimes just stop in the middle of the road and start dancing and doing stupid stuff. So, yeah. Happened to me once. I was driving and then all of a sudden all the cars in front of me, they just decided to stop. And then the people just came out of their cars and they started dancing in the street. And so I started to honk at them so that they would let me through. Yeah. It's stupid. I would never do that. I don't think all Egyptians do that. Like, I wouldn't do this. And many people I know wouldn't do this. But some people do. Some people might tell me, why don't you enjoy the moment with them? I'm like, no, why would I? It's not my wedding. Besides, I was supposed to go somewhere. Would that ever happen in your country? People blocking the road to celebrate their wedding? I don't think you would like that. Now, we are we're right above the Nile again. And this area is called El Corniche or El Maniel. El Maniel comes from the word Nil, which is the Nile. So this is like the Nile area. This guy needs to shut up. So I don't get why he's doing that. Is it gonna like make the road wider if he keeps doing it? Nothing is gonna move faster. Okay. Yes. Keep pushing. We call this microbus, which is like a mini bus or micro bus. We say micro.
بص مكتوب كله بفلوس.
Yeah. كله بالفلوس. Yes, everything's with money. It's even telling the guy something. If you're driving in Egypt, try to avoid public transportation cars because they drive crazy, okay? Like taxis and microbus. Try to stay away from them because they could easily scratch the car, do anything. So, yeah. Whoop. Whoop. See, there's the taxi, the white taxi. They always like to squeeze in the tiniest spaces and
then just stop.
And then stop. Yeah. Oh, there's a horse and stuff. Just keep going. Let's keep going. I was actually supposed to be in that lane on the right, but the taxi wouldn't let me through, so I'm gonna just keep driving and take the next U-turn. Yep. Some off-roading here. It's pretty crowded. عبالنا كام دقيقة دلوقتي؟ 19 minutes? كده كفاية خلاص. Okay everybody, bye bye. I hope it's not too long. سلام، مع السلامة.